Welcome to a very special bonus episode of the Purple Rain podcast. I should warn you, these guys want me to warn you guys, we are recording this on Pop Bonfire Night, and the fireworks have already started. It's only gone 6 o'clock. I know, but it's now really dark outside. I mean, yeah, so if you can hear, we can right now, we can actually hear some banging going on, so if any of that picks up on the audio, you know why. It's because the fireworks. Fireworks always start early in the UK. They always do. Because we always want to try to make sure we don't disturb our neighbours. It never works. But, but at least to go. Right. And this is going to become like a fireworks show. So last week marked 1 month until the start of year 2 of the PWHL. Can you believe that? It's still crazy to believe we are now less than 3 weeks away from the start of year 2, where it only feels like yesterday we were right around the floor in jubilation. And she's not kidding, we actually did do that. Of winning the World Cup, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you still don't know how to refer to it. Yeah, I know, because obviously with last season only having just happened, it's like, do we still refer to it as last year? We don't refer to it last year? It's going to be crazy. Yeah. But last week marked 1 month until the start of year 2 of the PWHL. And we got a major update. Something that not even we were prepared for. And that is, the league has got some big plans for the, shall we say, intimate future? Immediate future? Yeah. Very concerning, because it does involve growth on a big scale. Yeah. And us three, all collectively, are in agreement with it. And I wanted these three on because you're going to hear, because we're going to be involved in another big show coming up, which will be dropped not long after this one. And it concerns the details about what's happening with the BU. So I wanted you guys up here as well. To get your thoughts on it. Just ready for next one. Okay, so the PWHL have announced that they are opening the expansion process. I know, to welcome 2 new teams to the Professional Women's Hockey League as early as the 2025-26 season. That is literally this time next year. We're going to grow by 2 teams, and the 3 of us just groaned at that. We all groaned. Well, can I speak for all of us? Go for it, lady. We collectively are not opposed to expansion. No. I mean, because obviously we can't stay as the inaugural 6 forever. No. But we all 3 collectively believe that expansion should only happen when the time is right. Yeah. And we need all 6 markets right now to be stable and financially viable before you can start thinking about, right, where do we go next? Because you can't just throw teams into the Professional Women's Hockey League willy-nilly. You've got to make sure this is right for the league, it's right for the markets that are going to enter the league. Right. And we kind of said this should maybe in 5 years' time, 7 years maximum, to think about. Yeah, a couple of years on the belt. Because this league is still brand new. This is a brand new league. It's only 2 years old now. It's barely even been a year old in terms of play. We're about to hit year 2. You're still way too early in the game for that. And with all of us now, we were kind of thinking, walk before you can run. Yeah. It's almost like they have seen how well this past season went. Yeah, and thought, right, let's now go further. Yeah, but you've got to think it through. Because expansion is not easy to do to get 1 new team in. Never mind 2. And if you saw with the AHL, these do take roughly a year to get basically finalised and approved. Yeah. Because if you use the Kraken, the Kraken group announced their intentions sort of in November, December 2017. And then by the spring of 2018, already got 32,000 season ticket holders deposited. And then by October, it was approved for the final stages of the expansion process. And then by December of 2018, the Kraken went in. And of course, we're announced for the 2020-21 season. And little did we know how that was going to be the right call. Because remember, the Kraken wanted to be in 1920. They did. Yeah. The Kraken wanted to be in the 2019-20 season. That was not going to work. Because obviously, Kraken did not have an arena up ready. The league said, nope, you're going to be 2020-21. Which actually... Did they want to be 1919 or 2020? 2020-21. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Nah. You say it. The Kraken wanted to enter the league in the 2020-21 season, but that was never going to work because, as you mentioned, the club was not ready. Then, of course, little did we know that during the 2019-20 season, which I think is what you were trying to say, was that a great big global pandemic would hit, and no way because you've got the Kraken in 2020-21. No. So it all worked out in the end. The Kraken did eventually enter the league, and we all preferred them to Vegas as the expansion team. Yeah. So it takes a year. Now, it takes a year to get the expansion approved. Yeah. Then you have to work about, well, where do they go? Where do they play? What they're going to be called? The name, brand. And given how we've only just now got brands ourselves, yeah. I mean, I would have had no problem if they said we're going to explore expansion in 25-26. But for it to be at 25-26, it's not going to work. No. It would not surprise me if we get to the International Championship break, which you two are dreading this year. It would not surprise me if we get... You all know why. It would not surprise me if we get to that point and they say, well, actually, expansion's not going to happen next year after all. It's going to happen the year after. But what next year will be to get the expansion teams set up with names, brands, arenas, and all that jazz. And I could see in year 4 it could be happen. Yeah. If it was for year 4, fine, it'd be doable because you could use all of this season to get the 2 new markets. Yeah. Then they would spend next season getting themselves established with names, brands, and venues. And then in 26-27 they could come in. No problem. Yeah. But the fact they want to do it for next year, how quick do you expect to move? Well, we don't know how many interested parties there are. For all we know, the league could easily have had interested parties as early as probably February or March this year. And that's why they probably feel confident they can do it for next season rather than as what would be more ideal, which would be 26-27. For me, I have to say 26-27 would be a better target to enter play, not put them in 25-26. Yeah. It just, and plus, where are you gonna go? Well, that is the $1 million question, but which we are gonna do for another video. We're gonna do that from a video. Each of us have now got 2 markets that we want to name. We categorically all 3 agree that Seattle, since we mentioned the Kraken, we all categorically agree that the Seattle should land a team. We all agree on that. But we each have got differences of what the other market should be. But yeah. And there's a lot of questions though with regards to expansion. Like, obviously, that's where you go expand to. But then, of course, the question is, well, what's the expansion rules going to be? Do we have to have... Yeah. Because, is there going to be an expansion draft? God forbid. Is it going to be the 2 teams do a snake draft, like how we ought to do in 2023? Does that... Oh, that was a big one! That was a big one! Oh, God. That was a big one there! Sorry, like I said, it is... But we are recording this on bonfire night, and the fireworks have started off very early, so... But that was a big one. Woo! That's a big one. There are still a lot of questions. Yeah. So we've just oh god, what expansion rules are they going to use? That's what I'm concerned of. I'm not concerned about expansion draft. I'm very concerned about what the rules will be. Because if it's like what the AHL's done, then God have mercy. Oh no. Oh no. But this is a competitive league full stop, so that wouldn't be too much a problem. Yeah, but could that then backfire the two new teams? Because the fact, as you said, this is a very competitive league. Could that then be an impact the two new markets? Because you don't want these two new markets to come in and be non-competitive fire stars like the Atlanta Thrashers were. Sorry, who? Who are they? Sorry, who? Lady who? Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Jets. Oh, sorry. Oh! Who? Yeah, yes. Anyone watching Atlanta? I entered the National Hockey League at a bad time for you guys. I joined the National Hockey League in 2009, in your final few years, and I don't recall many Thrasher Sharks games, so, it's a joke we have mentioned a lot on Tier Report, but yeah, so... Oh, God. But yeah, so, but you get... That was a good example. Well, it's there what I can think of, really, because the rest of the expansions have gone quite well. It's just... So then, obviously, then ended up having to go elsewhere. Yeah. But in terms of out of the gate, Atlanta did not work. No. Did not work. Don't... But they never learn. No. Yeah, so much questions about expansion. Yeah. Plus, does that mean we then have to do divisions? Oh, please, no. No. I don't... No. Because 8 teams... No, I'd be happy... 30 games... It doesn't work, does it? Because it'd have to be 30 divided by 7... God. Are we going to up the games now? To say 36? No, that doesn't work. Not even 40 doesn't work either. 42 would. 42 would. 42 divided by 7 is 6. Yeah, but can we afford a 40 game season? We would if we started in October. Because the playoffs are only 2 rounds. That's not a problem. It's just you maybe have to look at maybe do training camps in pre-season September, end of September, to October, you start the season. Yeah. I would not want conferences, no. Because then it gets the question of, well, you get to see these certain teams that many times, and given how these 6 have been really great markets, I do not want to see certain teams less than others. Yeah. But, I don't know. It's, yeah, there are so many questions the expansion is got, which I'm not sure they've thought through. We could list them, but... Yeah. Should we move away from expansion? Yeah, right, okay, right. So the other main details that we got for this big sort of news junket was that they want to look at the possibility of doing an outdoor game. Now, outdoor games are a very common thing, in the NHL. They have been a staple for more than 21 years now in the Hockey League, and they are a big deal. Everybody, and I mean everybody, always wants to get their team in an outdoor game. You two have had the fair share. You've had plenty in these 15 years, whereas I've only had the one. And it was against us, which you lost. Yes, thank you! Yeah, thank you! Yes, I did lose to the Kings in the 2015 Stadium Series, which is held at Levi Stadium. So there you go. Yeah, we've only ever played in Stadium Series. Yeah, 2014 against Ducky. Then again against you 2015. Our most recent one was that Thriller in 2020 in Colorado. Yeah, that was a great one. That was a great one. And we really loved those jerseys. You two did. When the Stadium Series jersey came in 2020, you two absolutely loved yours and didn't beg you wear it for the All-Star weekend. He did. Because I remember watching the mascot game, and I think Bailey did wear your Stadium Series jersey. Yeah, because it was a few weeks up before the Stadium Series. Yeah, to me, he did. Yeah. He did, yeah. Yeah. Now, we know that all 6 of these markets, so Boston, Minnesota, Montreal, New York, Ottawa, and Toronto, we know all 6 of them could host an outdoor game. Because at some point over the last 21 years, all these markets have had an AHL outdoor game. And in fact, Minnesota, very recently, since we're mentioning Louis, Minnesota, very recently, did host the Winter Classic, and oh, was it cold. Yeah. Well, whenever you go to an outdoor game, it always is colder than a standard game. You always see the contrast between people with fans with what they wear to a standard game and outdoor game. The layers just go up and up and up and up. Yeah. So yeah, but oh god, Minnesota, that was cold, and yet the Blues players are riding shorts in Hawaiian Hawaiian shirts. It's like it's gonna be quite very cold out there, Louis. That was brilliant. That was hilarious. That was a really hilarious Winter Classic, given how we were still pretty much grappled in COVID. Yeah, because obviously, yeah, but that was brilliant. Yeah, yeah. Ottawa's not hosted one in quite a while. Was Ottawa's last one the NHL 100 game? I think it was. Yeah. Toronto was 2 years ago, hosting Buffalo in the House Classic. Yeah, and then New York has hosted one. Yeah. I think New York was the first Stadium Series. Yeah. And New Jersey this year hosted 2 Stadium Series games. Yeah. Yes, because obviously the Tyrants are now in New Jersey, and New Jersey this last season did host the first ever weekend of Stadium Series. The first time the Stadium Series has been done on a weekend was hosted in New Jersey, featuring 3 of the 4 York Borough teams and Philadelphia. So yeah, so all 6 of these markets can host an outdoor game. The question is, who do you pair? Oh no, he's gonna make us do this. I am. Well, there's lovely background music outside, so we can have the awkward pauses. So yeah, but so if right now we had to pick which 2 teams to put in an outdoor game, who'd you do? Who would you do? I really don't want to say Montreal Toronto, but it kind of feels like it would have to be Scepters and Le Victoire. Yeah, because obviously Toronto Montreal is a classic rivalry, but I think Montreal's been given far too many goodies. Don't mention Quebec! Do not mention Quebec! Don't mention Quebec! I wasn't going to mention it! No, but you're going down that line. Do not mention Quebec! I think that's got to be the PWHL equivalent of don't mention Rory! Don't go there. Yeah, but you think Toronto Montreal is the best one, but okay. What about in Toronto? I accept that if it's in Toronto. I think Montreal's being given too many goodies right now. You've got to spread it around. It can't be like the AHL where you just keep doing it to the same people over and over again. You've got to spread the love around. Okay, fine. Big 12 Scepters in Toronto. Go for... You're next. So, well, I think it should be... We should host the Sirens. Because... as a way to make... You still want to try and find ways to make up for being let out the takeover weekend. Yeah. And, yeah. So I think Sirens, Frost, Minnesota. and all three, and you would have to have a massive, massive flask of cocoa. Yeah. Whatever the hot drinks equivalent of a beer flask is, I would need that. I would just go dum 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 dum, because it will be very, very cold if it was to go to Minnesota. And you know what? I'd love that. Yeah, I'd love that. For me, if I was thinking for us, I would think either Frost Sirens or Frost Charge. Yeah! You know what? I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Yeah. Do we think that's doable? Do we think that's achievable right now? Or is that something maybe? It feels like it could be something that could happen next year. Yeah. Because you'd need to spend a year planning it. So you can't just organise an outdoor game on the spot. You've got to have a year. You've got to have a year in advance planning for it. So I could easily see at some point next year they announce, right, for 25-26 we're going to have these two teams go and do an outdoor game at some point during next season. I would not be surprised if it happens right before the Winter Olympics. It is for next season. I would not have it happen right before the Winter Olympics, or they do it like the AHL does and goes and rivals the Winter Classic. Because the Winter Classic right now is not reaching the level of scope it normally gets. Because while this year's Winter Classic was one of your favourites, it had the lowest viewing figures ever. So could that explain why Chicago's been thrown back in the mix? Yeah. Yeah. When in doubt, yeah, just throw original 16. I think that will work. So, yeah. Or you could do it in March. Yeah. Why not do what you have the Hedge Classic at the beginning of the season? Okay, there's options. I mean, we don't have to go down the classic AHL, which would be New Year's Day, but if we wanted to, we could, because New Year's Day is technically the league's birthday. It is, yeah. You could do it like a birthday classic. Yeah, happy birthday to us! I'm not going to do the rest of the song because I'm trying to think of something rude I could do to spite the AHL. I thought better not. No. Yeah. So you could maybe say beginning of the season, Christmas, or March. Yeah, that could be, yeah. I think it could easily be done next year. Not this year. This year they could plan it, and then maybe at some point next season, next year, 2025, they could easily say, right, it's going to be these two teams, and mark that on your calendar. Yeah. And then watch tickets fly. Yeah, because for any of the events, they flow. Neutral site games sell out quite quickly, so I think this would sell out quite quickly. Yeah. So I would definitely love to see that next year, and that would be a real step in growth. Yeah. You'd think 3 years ago, you wouldn't think the PHL would do that. No. You wouldn't think they would get on the ground, and yet here we are. Yeah. Yeah, here we are. We've excelled all expectations. Never mind seeing smashed. It's literally conquer the world. Yeah. Yeah. Which is probably giving them the confidence to want to do what they're going to do. Yeah. I can easily see that happening next year. I'm not sure about the other item. I'm not sure if that would work. What should we get to it? Yeah. Right, so the last thing was that they also want to look at the possibility of doing games in Europe. Now, because as soon as we heard that, you were guys like, Frost in London! Now, if the PWHL was to say they were going to do a global series in London, then I probably would bite the bullet and go. If the AHL did it, I probably wouldn't. No. But for the PHL, I probably would. So, so you're not confident, lady. I just think we need a bit more time to develop as a league before we start organising international games. Now, we can't deny the PWHL has grown globally thanks to being probably the only sports league to put every single every single game, regular season and playoffs on YouTube, free to air. And long may that reign. Long may that reign. Long may that reign. Try and name, go on, in the comments, name 5 other sports leagues that have done that for the entire regular season, for all its teams and the playoffs. We'll wait. Oh! She's broke the gauntlet! The gauntlet has been... I am with gauntlet. She's thrown the gauntlet. Wow, the gauntlet has been thrown. The gauntlet has been thrown. Yeah. So you think not now? I think this could be something maybe in 2 years or 3 years' time. We're a bit more established. Yeah. Oh, it's a shame they didn't do it. Oh God. So what are you thinking? Well, if they decided to do it for this season, you could have got all 6 teams in one go. How'd that work? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So a long weekend. Oh, so like what they did last year in Sweden with the AHL? Yeah. That could work. It could still work with all 8 if they did that kind of teams. Yeah, do 2. Yeah. If they did it next year, and the 2 teams do come next year, you could easily on the Saturday have 2 games, so an afternoon game and an evening game, and you know it's Sunday. It could work. And also you would do that for every single year, but the first one you could easily maybe say, we'll have all the teams come, and then afterwards you then go, right, well, come on, Pluto, you know, honey, you know we would all sit and watch all 8 play if it was to be when the 2 expansion teams come in. You know we'd do it. If they did it for this year, we would definitely have gone and done all the games. I don't know if it will work. Plus, what countries would they do? Because I'm getting sick of seeing Czechia, Finland, and Sweden in the AHL. Yeah, I'm so glad you didn't want to go to Czechia. Oh yeah. In the 2022-23 season, I did host Nash in Prague, and I decided not to go because at the time of it being announced, you had to get the tickets. You had to literally buy tickets on the spot. In April 2022, they announced it. Next day, tickets were on sale, and I was like, so I thought, no, sorry, I'm not gonna go. Plus, we were already planning to get back up to San Jose anyway, so I thought it doesn't matter. So those will go to global, so it's going to go, so now I'm going to be in San Jose. So, yeah. But yeah, the AHL Global Series, it is now starting to get a bit dull, it is getting a bit boring, because they just keep going for the same markets of Czechia, Finland, and Sweden. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those countries, and those countries are traditional hockey markets. But if you are going to be a big North American sports league and you want to go and do games in countries, you want to go for markets that don't normally house that sport, like how LB has the London series. Yeah. Obviously, I wanted to be more committed to that on a permanent basis, but that's an example. Yeah. And I think if the PWHL wanted to do London, they could. I'm not sure if there are arenas in London that could do it. Yeah. Because you think London would be the ideal one, but I don't think there are many arenas or any arenas in London that could maybe house hockey. You might have to look at Nottingham maybe if If it's going to be the UK, you'd have to think it would have to be probably maybe Nottingham. Yeah. And Nottingham's doable. Yeah. We've been to Nottingham. Or have you blocked Nottingham out? We did see a game in Nottingham, didn't we? We did, but you blocked it out because it was GB. Might have blocked it out. Sorry. Anything to do with GB hockey, I'll block out. Yeah. But I do remember seeing a hockey game in Nottingham, but I think I have blocked it out. It was an international. It was an international game. It was a couple of years ago. No, yeah, but no, so we have been to Nottingham. I think Nottingham. Yeah, I don't think there are any hockey venues in London. No, it has to be Nottingham. It's fine. Because Nottingham's got a big arena. It'd be doable. Nottingham would be fine. Of course, Sheffield would kick up a fuss, but hey ho, them's the breaks. Yeah. You would need to do if you go to the UK, you got to do it in a big arena, and there's not many arenas in the UK. No, it's Glasgow. It's Glasgow, Cardiff, Belfast, Sheffield, Nottingham. And so really, you'd look at Nottingham. Yeah. So Nottingham. Yeah. Ideally, London. If you go to the UK, ideally London. But if you can't do London, then do Nottingham. Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine. What other countries could we maybe think of that could do it? Germany, because Germany is a rich hockey market. Yeah, and of course, obviously, I'm surprised that the Edmonton Oilers have not been to Germany yet. But Draisaitl, yeah, of course, Leon Draisaitl. He is German. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. Germany has been used for a pre-season game. Because I think if we go back to my global series a few years ago, I think we did go to Germany beforehand and played a game there. And Nash went to Switzerland. So Germany has been used for more pre-season games, but not for an actual global series game. So I was surprised, given how the superstar that Leon Draisaitl is. I'm surprised the league hasn't said, right, Edmonton, you go take Calgary, do a Battle Alberta in Germany. Yeah, that could be one. So Germany could be an option, maybe. Denmark. That's Scandinavia. Yeah, but if you look at Scandinavia, Denmark's not been done, Iceland's not been done, or Norway's not been done. Got a point. Because the NHL keeps doing Sweden and Finland. Even if Finland doesn't want to class out as Scandinavia. But the rest of Europe does. So maybe Denmark. Or Norway, maybe. Maybe Norway could be a good one. Norway, maybe. And then you can go, look, see Northern Lights. If you're lucky. Norway could be a good option. That could be a good option, Norway. Maybe Norway more than Denmark, maybe. But, But what kind of international games would it be? Would it be like what the AHL does? Which would be your standard, pick 2 teams and you go and play 2 games. Yeah. Or, could you, given how right now we've only got 6 teams, soon to be 8, could you do what we've just talked about and say, right, you do all teams, you go, let's say, all teams, you are going to go to Nottingham, and you're each going to play a game in Nottingham. And it'll be 2 games across Saturday and a Sunday. So you would have both on the Saturday and Sunday. You would have like a matinee game, so about maybe 3 o'clock, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you play an evening game at about 7:30 p.m. You do that for both days, and that would work. That way, you get all the teams in, everyone's been, and everybody who wants to come can go and see their team and choose to either go for the whole weekend or they could just go for that game to just see their team, rather than you be stuck in a situation where you're a PWHL fan, but you can't. You have to be your team's not letting you go anyway, and you get stuck for who to root for. Yeah. But people do that, because obviously last year's London series, I was not a Cubs or a Cardinals fan, but I did go, and I did support both sides. So you do get, so these international games, what I think a lot of people forget, and the fact that I've now got 2 London series under my belt, I can now give people some good knowledge about this. a lot of people misconcept that, and they think that, oh, it's just for those fans of those teams. No, no, no. You do get fans from all over the league, and we've seen it the last 2 years in the London series. So I think if you would bring the PWHL to the UK for a global series, you would get fans from all sides. It's just you'd have to work out where the support would be. Yeah. Because you can easily do what LB does with West Ham with London Stadium is you put one side for one set of teams fans, you put the other side for the other, and then the rest of the blocks are all for anybody who wants to go. Yeah. And I think I would love a PWHL UK Global Series League would maybe go. Obviously, we'd love it to be our Frost, but if we had to see someone else, we could see someone else. I think it was just, yeah, because we can easily get behind any other teams. Well, that's because we're not at the stage yet where we're like, oh, hate their guts. No, no. The league's still too... Well, there's plenty of time for that. Maybe Toronto, if we haven't pissed them off after this upcoming season. Don't spoil it! Don't spoil it! Well, Blizzard's already going to call them Swifties. You have... You need to go and rewatch. Rewatch how many people Shake It Off. The logo is the exact same. It is the exact same style. So Blizzard's already going to take the piss out of Toronto on the Steppers this year. He's going to keep referring to them as the Swifties. You know it's going to come. And I feel like, you know, oh no. Because I feel like, you know, whenever we have a Frost go do to Toronto, I go like, take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off, And me and your wife go and give discerning looks. Thinking, oh god. And I'm like, you married him. He's your blood. And I'm like, he's your blood companion. Oh god. I actually haven't watched the music video for Shake It Off. You need to. It's there. It's there. It's there. The meme opportunity is there. Yeah. That's not what we're going to do with Toronto, by the way. We've got something else planned, which we're not going to reveal until we get to our first matchup when against Toronto. We decided we're going to do it for our first matchup against Toronto, and then we'll do it again for the first match against Toronto in Minnesota. Yeah, but we go to them first before they come to us. Yeah, so let's do it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. But final thoughts. It sounds exciting, but it's a bit like it's too fast. You're going too fast. Just slow it down a bit. Yes, this past season has been amazing. We've excelled all expectations, but let's just not walk before we can run. Yeah. All of this sounds exciting, but it needs to be thoroughly planned, and you've got to think ahead. You've got to think about the future. It's good plans, but I think it's too ambitious right now. I think for me, realistically, I can see expansion could happen very soon. The other stuff might be a few years down the line. But lots to come ahead.